Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dira Marsella with NPM 244-12012 from Accounting Study Program 24A. Here I will explain what is Introduction to Management in Management Evolution. Welcome to watch. What is the evolution of management theory? The evolution of management theory is a long journey of human thought in understanding and managing organizations. From ancient times to the modern era, the concept of management continues to evolve along with social, economic, and technological changes. Management and organization are products of historical, social conditions, of the background. Therefore, we can understand the evolution of management theory in terms of how humans have engaged with relationship issues at certain periods in history. One of the key lessons in studying the evolution of management theory is that we can learn from the trials and tribulations of those who have preceded us in controlling the fate of organizations. Management theory is not a static concept, but evolves with the changing times and social context. By understanding the evolutionary history of management theory, we can learn from past mistakes, adjust to changes. Which means, studying the evolution of management theory allows us to have a more comprehensive understanding of management and become more effective and adaptive managers. Evolution of management theory. Divided into 6, namely, Scientific Management School, Classical School of Organization Theory, Behavioral School, Management Science, Systems Approach, and Contingency Approach. What is the Scientific Management School? The Scientific Management School is one of the early approaches in the study of management that aims to improve efficiency and productivity in organizations. Scientific management theory emerged partly from the need to increase productivity. In the early 20th century, especially in the United States, skilled labor was scarce. The only way to increase productivity was to increase worker efficiency. That is to say, scientific management emerged as a response to the industrial challenge of the early 20th century, which was how to increase productivity with limited resources. By focusing on individual efficiency, this school made a significant contribution to the development of the industrialized world. There are 3 scientists who follow the scientific management school, namely, O. Frederick W. Taylor, 1856–1915, O. Henry L. Gantt, 1861–1919, O. Frank and Lillian Gilbert, 1868–1924 and 1878–1972. Frederick W. Taylor, the reason he follows this is based on his philosophy. On 4 basic principles, namely, O. The development of true scientific management, determining the best method for carrying out each task can be determined. O. Scientific selection of workers, so that each worker will be given the responsibility to carry out the task that best suits him or her. O. Scientific education and development of workers. O. Friendly and personal cooperation between management and workers. Overall, the above 4 principles aim to create a more efficient and productive work system. By optimizing work methods, selecting the right workers, providing adequate training, and building good relationships with workers, it is expected to increase company productivity and achieve organizational goals. In essence, scientific management emphasizes the importance of a systematic and data-driven approach to managing work. According to Henry L. Gantt himself, abandoning the differential rate system because it was considered to have too little motivational impact. Gantt created a new idea. Every worker who successfully completed the tasks assigned to him in a day would receive a 50-cent bonus. Then he added a second motivation: the supervisor would get an additional bonus if all workers reached this standard. Gantt pioneered a recording system with graphs for production schedules, Gantt diagram. This means that Henry Gantt made a very significant contribution to the development of management theory. His thoughts that emphasize the importance of the human factor, good planning, and effective cooperation are still very relevant today. According to Frank and Lillian Gilbert, Lillian and Frank collaborated to study fatigue and movement and focused on ways to promote individual worker well-being. In their concept, movement and fatigue are interrelated. Each eliminated movement reduces fatigue. They tried to find economical movements for each task with the aim of improving performance and reducing fatigue. Simply put, Lillian and Frank want to create a more efficient and healthy work environment. They argued that by optimizing the movements that workers make, it would improve performance and reduce fatigue. There are also scientists from the classical school of organization theory, namely Henry Fayol, 1841 to 1925, Max Weber, 1864 to 1920, Mary Parker Follett, 1868 to 1933, Chester I. Barnard, 1886 to 1861. Here's how Henry Fayol thinks. Fayol argues that good management practices have certain patterns that can be identified and analyzed. So Fayol created 14 principles of management, namely, Fayol's 14 principles of management. 1. Division of tasks. 2. Authority of the manager. 3. Discipline. 4. Unity of command. 5. Unity of direction. 6. Individual interests are subordinated to the general interest. 7. Rewards. 8. Decentralization. 9. Hierarchy. 10. Layout. 11. Fairness. 12. Staff stability. 13. Initiative. 14. Core spirit. Fayol's 14 management principles provide a useful framework for understanding and managing organizations. These principles can guide managers in making decisions and taking effective actions. However, it is important to remember that these principles are general and need to be adapted to the specific context of the organization. From Max Weber. Weber proposed bureaucratic management that emphasized the need for a strictly defined hierarchy to clearly organize rules and authority. Max Weber, a prominent sociologist, put forward the concept of bureaucracy as the most efficient and rational form of organization. One of the hallmarks of bureaucracy, according to Weber, is a strictly defined hierarchy. According to Mary Parker Follett, management is the art of doing work through people / the art of getting work done through other people. The definition of management as the art of doing work through people highlights the important role of people in organizations. Effective managers are those who are able to manage people well, motivate them, and direct them to achieve common goals. Chester I. Barnard. A company can operate efficiently and survive only if the goals of the organization are balanced with the goals and needs of the individuals working for the company. This means that by creating a supportive work environment and providing opportunities for employees to develop, the company can achieve its goals while increasing employee satisfaction. School of Human Relations is a school in management science that places emphasis on the importance of human factors in organizations. Here are scientists who use human relations school theory, namely, Elton Mayo, Abraham Maslow. According to Elton Mayo, employees will work harder if they believe management cares about their well-being and supervisors pay special attention to them. When employees feel cared for, valued, and treated fairly by management, they tend to be more motivated to work hard and make the best contributions to the company. Investment in employee welfare is not only a good social action, but also a very profitable investment for the company. Abraham Maslow. Hierarchy of needs theory. Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory provides a useful framework for understanding human motivation. Although it has some limitations, the theory remains relevant and is widely used in various fields, including management. Management science stream. Robert McNamara, 1960s. Approaches management problems by using mathematical techniques to model, analyze, and solve them. While the quantitative approach has many benefits, it is important to remember that data does not always tell the whole story. The McNamara fallacy is a term used to describe the tendency to rely too heavily on quantitative metrics and ignore important qualitative factors. System approach. Management views the organization as a whole, a system with goals made up of interrelated parts. Open enterprise system flow and feedback. This diagram depicts an enterprise as an open system that interacts with its external environment. The point is that a business does not operate in isolation, but constantly interacts with and is influenced by factors outside its control. Overall, this diagram shows that a business is a dynamic system, constantly changing and adapting to the external environment. The importance of interaction with the environment. A business cannot operate in isolation from its environment. The important role of feedback. Information about system performance is essential for continuous improvement. Contingency approach, also called situational approach. The view that management techniques that best contribute to the achievement of organizational goals may vary in different situations or environments. The contingency approach, often also called the situational approach, is a paradigm in management science that emphasizes that there is no one best way to manage an organization. The contingency approach offers a very useful framework for managers in dealing with the complexities of the ever-changing business world. By understanding contingency factors and choosing the right management techniques, organizations can improve performance and achieve their goals. That's all the explanation from me, hopefully useful. Thank you.